Hello, welcome friends. Welcome in my today's session on bleeding management in oral surgery. We are running a complication management series. Today we are seeing a basic thing what we can do after bleeding, uh, after extraction and a basic oral surgical procedure. Let us start. Let us see what are the main causes of the bleeding. So as we know, whenever we do a traumatic procedure in oral cavity, then there is a high chances of bleeding possible. So the traumatic extraction is one of the major reason for the excessive bleeding. Then the soft tissue surgeries, as we know, there is a high blood supply to the soft tissue pathology. After the soft tissue pathology surgery, we can appreciate, or we can tend to see the more blood inside the oral cavity. Then the open wounds, then the procedures related to oral pathology, pathological surgeries, then the patient with some bleeding disorder, then the patient with the high INR and bleeding time and clotting time, patient with bleeding disorder like hemophilia, and the some of the time patients are they don't follow our instruction. Then also we can see the more bleeding intraorally after the oral surgical procedure. Let us see what is the mechanism of bleeding. I am not going in the detail, but everyone we know there is a common coagulation pathway, intrinsic pathway and extrinsic pathway. There is always a prothrombin to thrombin formation with the help of the clotting factors, and the thrombin to fibrin formation, which is fibrin is a main thing which helps to form the clots. Here we can see the in images, whenever there is a injury to the soft tissue or oral mucosa or the skin, there is a red blood accumulation at the region, and the platelets come at the region, which helps to form a clot, mechanical clot, and the fibrin also helps to form the clot and stoppage of the bleeding. This is a basic clotting mechanism. Let us we are going to see how to manage bleeding intraorally, or the intraoral procedures. The first most important is a pressure pack. Whenever we see the more bleeding during the operative procedure or during extraction, we should keep a wet pressure pack at the region of the bleeding site, or the extraction site. We have to tell the patient to keep this cotton pressure pack for more than 3 to 5 minutes. Then this is one of the best method to manage bleeding. After the 3 to 5 minutes, their coagulation pathways are activated, and they helps to stop the bleeding. Then the tissue cauterization, as we know, there is electrocautery and the thermal cauteries are available. So these are also helpful to cauterize the tissue and stop the bleeding. Some of the time the a red hot ball burnisher like instrument also we can apply at the bleeding site, which is a crude method but which is a helpful method to stop the bleeding. Then there are some topical solution like the hemocoagulate solution like a Botroclot, which are the helpful. We have to keep some drops on the gauze pack, and we have to keep this in intraorally oral site. Then the absorbable gel form, whenever there is a blood form bleeding is continued after the extraction procedure, so we can keep this absorbable gelatin form. What it does, it helps to hold the blood clot at the place it and form a mechanical plug at the site of the bleeding, and it helps to stop the bleeding. It is a very helpful method. Then the collagen plugs are also available in the market, which are helpful for the bleeding management. Then one of the most important or the good method is the suturing. That's why I always advise after every oral surgical procedure or the dental extraction procedure, we should place a good suture, so it will prevent most of the post operative complication and the bleeding also. Here we can do the suturing in preventing of the bleeding intraorally also, and the extraoral procedure also. Here the after the trauma patient had the injury on the forehead, and for management of bleeding, we had the place the suture, and we have achieved a good closure here. Then one of the good method is the ligation. Whenever there is a bleeding from the vessel or arterial blood, so in that time in major surgical procedure we place a tie and we do the ligation procedure. Then what are the drugs we can use for the bleeding management? Most of the time I use the tranexamic acid 500 milligram drug in tablet form or the injectable form. In small kind of bleeding or the minor bleeding, I have advised to take a pause tablet immediate after the surgery, and if the bleeding is severe during procedure, I give this tranexamic acid 500 milligram injection IV intravenously. So this is the most important drug we should keep in emergency drug kit also. We will see the emergency drug kit drugs in my subsequent series. As we know, the bleeding is mostly because of the traumatic procedure. So there are few things we can do for the control of the bleeding. Right, we can give a clean incision to avoid the crushing of the soft tissue, so the bleeding will be less. Smooth or bony spicules we have to keep, so the it will bleeding from the bone will be less. Then the curettage of the infected granulation tissue also helps to reduce the blood bleeding after the extraction of the infected tissue. Then inspect the soft tissue wound to locate the obvious bleeding vessel. If present, apply the pressure and ligate the artery with the resorbable suture, as I said earlier in my previous slides. Sometimes what happens, the bleeding from bone happens. In such cases we can place a hemostatic solution, or we can use the hemostatic material also. Then many of the time the patients come after the extraction, they come again and complaining like bleeding. So in such cases we have to tell patient to keep the pressure pack for minimum 30 minutes and then only take out the cotton pack. If the patients complained with the bleeding to you, then we have to keep the patient in our observation room for minimum 30 minutes. Then we have to check, inspect the bleeding points, and if we are satisfied, then only we have to send the patient back to the home. There are, as I said earlier, there are few chemical drugs or the topical solutions are also helpful, like the gelatin sponge gel form, and topical thrombin, botroclot solution, or coagulate cellulose solution as a collagen solution are also helpful. As I said earlier, bleeding sometimes may be a medical emergency, so the medical drugs like tranexamic acid, ethamsilate, epsilon amino caproic acid, such a drug we should keep in our emergency drug kit also. Vitamin K injection also is important if the patient is having a bleeding factor deficiency. In such cases, vitamin K also we have to keep in our emergency drug kit. So this is some of the brief things I am included in today's session. In my part 2 session, I will tell some more few tricks to control the bleeding management. For more learning oral surgical videos, please subscribe my oral surgery and beyond YouTube channel and share with your friends also. Thank you for patience learning.